What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I'm your host, Love Coach Scott Katamas, and we have such a fun show tonight. We've got not one, not two, but three world-class animal communicators with us, and they are blessing us with their presence. We're going to learn some of the tips and tools of animal communication, and they're going to do some readings for some of you and your beloved animals. Now, for those of you that are watching on Facebook, first off, I want to thank all of our broadcast partners, the Conscious Awakening Network, Unify, Steve Farrell's Humanities Team Group, and most of all, the Sign Network for getting us out to over 150 Facebook groups and pages. And if you are watching on Facebook, come on into the Zoom room. This is the time to join the Global Peace Tribe, because then you're going to be able to have a chance to get in the queue to possibly get a reading for one of your animals, or one of your pets, or maybe well, I won't go there. I was going to say something that, well, anyway, it's easy to join us. What you're going to do is you're going to go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com. When you go there, this is our website. You're going to learn all about us and click where it says register for the new season, and that'll take you to our registration page. For those of you who don't know, we do 2 or 3 shows every week. So, for example, this is the show. And we also, by the way, do a meditation every night, all free, 6:30 p.m. meditation with our wonderful brother, Nicholas. And our shows are always inspiring and informative. And we do special events like this Sunday night. We have a live conversation. I'll be interviewing Marianne Williamson, who certainly is our favorite candidate for president. And so it'll be a live interview with Marianne. Again, you can come in to the Zoom room and ask Marianne questions. This is last week's show, all about overcoming adversity to finding and living our Dharma. And then our show that we did last Saturday night, opening up to our galactic family. So we do lots of wonderful shows. Tonight is going to be amazing with our wonderful animal communicators. We're going to meet them in a moment, but go ahead, get ready. Let me know if you want to come on in and get a reading. For those of you who don't know, every show we have lots of music. And on Wednesday nights, our music is provided by our wonderful house musical artist, the one and only Omashar. Hello, brother.
Hey, it's a dog's life, or is it a cat's life, or a budgie's, or I think there's a snake and a parrot and some goldfish. So we're in good company tonight.
You got all the bases covered.
I got all the bases covered, man. And this is a song called "Feel the Love," and so let's feel the love of our. All right,
and everybody, remember to move and groove to the music, including our animal communicators. And take it away, Omashar.
new feeling here in my heart. It's been a long time coming, it tore me apart. I looked into your eyes, you love me a lot. You were the one who had helped me change my thoughts. And now I'm singing, I feel the love, I feel the love come tumbling down. I feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. We're singing, I feel the love, I feel the love come tumbling down. I feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. You looked into my eyes, you spoke only truth. I found I couldn't live with myself until I opened to you, opened to you. So now I'm doing the right thing, it's doing the right thing. It's the only way I know, and I'm not ashamed of myself. I'm just going with the flow, going with the flow and singing. We feel the love, I feel the love come tumbling down. I feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. We're singing, I feel the love, I feel the love come tumbling down. I feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. Now about this new feeling here in my heart, I won't let it leave me, I won't let us part. I've been waiting a long time for you to enter my life, and now I'm with you forever, I'm with you forever. I'm singing, feel the love, feel the love come tumbling down. Feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. We're singing, feel the love, feel the love come tumbling down. Feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. We're singing. Feel the love, feel the love come tumbling down. Feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around. We're singing, feel the love, feel the love come tumbling down. Feel the love, and let it turn you around, turn you around, and let it turn you around, turn you around, and let it turn you around, turn you around, and we can be happy.
Let's all twinkle, Omashar. Absolutely. Thank you so much. What a beautiful start to the show. I love that song. That song is like the best song to start a show.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're going to go into meeting our animal communicators, Omashar. And we're going to start with,
I can't wait.
it's going to be so much fun. This is Julie Hurt. And in the beginning, there was Julie, and it was good. Julie is who I was first connected with. A little bit about her. She is a certified soul level animal communicator, certified animal soul professional communicator, and a certified soul level intuitive coach. She's also a writer, mystic, teaching assistant for the Danielle McKinnon School, social media director for the Animal Communication Collective, which we're going to learn all about. And finally, the co-host of the Animal Communication Podcast. So we're going to learn all about these two wonderful organizations. And welcome to the Awakening World, Julie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. And I have to say, Omashar, that was like the best song to tee us up with, because the animals are all about unconditional love. So what a fantastic song to start us off with tonight. Thank you.
I had the same thought. It was like, yeah, I mean, they are unconditional love teaching us that. And
It was my pleasure. And before I come into a show, I tune in an intro, what's up to play. And I was like, I must admit, I was totally befuddled. What am I going to play to animals? And it just said, feel the love. And so there it is. So
Yes.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so true.
Would
Go
you
ahead,
be willing
Scott.
to-
Sorry.
Would you be willing to introduce us to your two colleagues?
Absolutely. So with me this evening are my fabulous co-hosts of the Animal Communication Podcast and co-directors of the Animal Communication Collective. First, I want to introduce Meredith Tollison. Meredith, say hello.
Let me unmute myself here. Hello, everyone. I'm Meredith Tollison. I am thrilled to be here with you tonight. Good to meet so many people and work with my dear friends and colleagues, Julie and Karen. Thank you for having us.
And then also with me tonight is Karen Dendy Smith. In addition to also being a certified soul level animal communicator and certified soul level intuitive coach, she's actually the founder of the Animal Communication Collective. And I'll let her talk a little bit more about that.
Hey, well, hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. I loved the song too, Love. And I was really grooving to it. So that was really, really fun. I'm also a soul level animal communicator, soul level intuitive coach. Also have a background in Chinese energy medicine and meditation and Qigong. Been doing that for a few decades now. And that's what brought me to the animals in a lot of ways. So, but the Animal Communication Collective, which we're so excited to just share with you all about, because it really is in the vein of true love. We have all come together, and it was the animals that guided me to even think up this idea. We all have come together, about 30 plus of us animal communicators who are all professionally certified. We all came together to kind of organize and volunteer our time, and we work together to help raise funds and awareness for animal rescue shelters and organizations all around the world, actually doing these really fun animal communication events online where we do live readings like we're going to do for you this evening. And the really cool part is all the ticket sales and raffle tickets and all the fun things that we offer that evening. All of the proceeds go to our partner of the evening, like Moondog Farm, which is how we met you wonderful people. So yeah, so it's really fun. We all come together. We do it out of the goodness of our heart and because we love animals and because the animals asked us to help. And that's the Animal Communication Collective.
Beautiful. We're looking forward to learning all about it. And I've also learned that Karen leads wonderful meditations. Our beloved brother Nicholas got a new job, and he said, Scott, tonight's my first night. So I got a text just about an hour ago asking if we could cover for him tonight. But Nicholas will be back next week. And Karen has offered very kindly to lead our evening meditation to help us drop in. So take it away, Karen.
Well, I've seen Nicholas, so I don't know if I can meet his standard, but I'm going to try.
We're never competitive here.
I know he's wonderful. So, so I would like to start by asking everyone to just take a couple of deep breaths in through their noses, just to get grounded and settled. Just breathing in through our noses, filling up the breath through our hearts and souls and our chests, and continuing to bring that beautiful breath down into our abdomens, letting that expand like a balloon. And once it's full, gently let the breath out with our noses, but imagine sending that breath down our legs and out the soles of our feet, deep into the core of the earth to connect to the earth. And with each breath in, And I'm going to open the gate to a beautiful healing energy that guides us all and supports us in the universe. And I'm going to say this mantra out loud while we gently are breathing in this golden energy from above through our hearts and souls down into our abdomens, and then breathing out, sending that beautiful energy down our legs and out the soles of our feet. With hands, palms facing up into a receptive pose. As we breathe in and out gently, we say, take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason. Treat with courtesy. Act with emotion. Accomplish results. As we gently breathe into our own hearts and souls, into the universe inside that is just like the universe outside. We drop into that unconditional loving space in our hearts. And together as a collective this evening, we imagine and call on and invite all of the beautiful animals and souls that are here to support us in this community and guide us through the messages that we will be giving to everyone tonight. As we all convene together, we imagine we're convening in the most beautiful sacred space deep in the universe and the night sky, where we are protected by the divine, no matter what each of us thinks that is. And in our sacred space, we ask that all the information that comes through this evening is for our best and highest good and the good of all, and continues to evolve and heal all hearts and souls who are here tonight and whoever chooses to watch this in the future. And we thank the animals and we thank the divine for supporting us and delivering messages of love and support to everyone here this evening. And as we continue to breathe in that beautiful light into our hearts and souls, into our abdomens, releasing that breath down our legs and out the soles of our feet into the core of the earth, we have a recognition that our heart and soul is the connection between heaven and earth. And we ask one more time, take kindness and benevolence as basis. Take frankness and friendliness to heart. Speak with reason. Treat with courtesy. Act with emotion. Accomplish results. As we sit in silence for a few minutes and take in this beautiful light and energy. A few more breaths in and out. Drawing in from the heavens, connecting into the earth. With love and gratitude in my heart, I thank you all. And thank you all for joining me in this meditation.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna bring all of you up. Now, we've got already 6 people who want to get readings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of create the queue and let people know the order as I have it, and then I'll add people to the order as we go along. So I'm actually going to get us off to a start by having you meet my little girl, Jasmine Bear. Since we'll start with a live being. But what I'm noticing is a lot of the people that are actually asking about their pets that have crossed the Rainbow Bridge. So it looks like we're going to have a lot of that tonight. And just so people know the cue, after I get a chance for them to say hello to Jasmine Bear, we'll go to Adora, then Kiki, then Diara, and then Leslie Watts. And I'll kind of repeat after each person what our cue is, so you all kind of know where we stand, right? So I'm gonna I guess I better remove my backdrop. I love giraffes. You know, giraffes are the symbol for nonviolent communication. And my mentor was Marshall Rosenberg. I traveled with him. We spent a lot of time together. And so that's why I thought giraffes would be what I'd put up tonight. But people are going to get to see my home, which I don't normally do, but so you can see my dog without coming in and out of a funny screen. She's sleeping right here.
Oh, look at her.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
She's sleepy girl.
Oh,
Hello.
oh,
Sorry to
sweet.
wake you up.
What a
Do I still get a
muffin.
kiss? Oh, I still get a kiss. Okay, thank you. Even though
Oh,
Oh, she's sweet.
oh,
she's very sweet. So this is Jasmine Bear.
hi, sweetie.
She's going to be 5 years old in May. I've had her since she was 2 months old.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I'll just turn it over to anything that any of you wish to
Oh,
share.
she's ready to go. She's releasing from the meditation, Karen.
I know she is. I was sending a little love and energy to everyone.
Yeah.
So
So I think before we just quickly connect in with Jasmine Bear, just to kind of let everybody else know. So we actually don't need to see a picture. We can, but we actually like to have the animals show us who they are in their personality, because sometimes Great Danes for us will come through as Chihuahuas, and that means something. So Jasmine is totally happy to stay on camera. That's how I feel. That's what she's sharing with me right now. But if you don't have a picture, anybody else, if you don't have a picture of your animal, that's perfectly fine. All we need to know is the name, the species, so like dog, cat, bird, male or female, and whether they are alive or in spirit. That's all we need to know. And then we're going to connect in and get a sense of their personality. And you'll be able to ask a question that you would like to have answered. And we will see where it will go. I will say quickly, many times our fuller readings do something called the soul level, where we understand how the animal is actually coming alongside to help us work through our plan here in this incarnation for our growth and expansion. So we may not get to that level tonight, because sometimes that takes a little bit, but whatever question you do have, please feel free to ask it. Even if they are in spirit, we can absolutely get answers. So,
Great.
okay.
And if I didn't mention your name, again, the people that I've got in the queue are Adora, Kiki, DR, Leslie. If one of you has sent me a message and I missed it, just send the message again, okay? Try to keep track, there's a lot of chats coming in.
Okay, wonderful. All right. So Meredith and I are going to read first, and then Meredith and Karen, we're going to tag team or do tandem readings and kind of circulate around. So Meredith and I are going to connect in with the fabulous Jasmine Bear and get a sense of her personality. And then we'll get a question from you, Scott. Okay.
Okay, great.
All right, cool.
Come again.
All right.
You're on camera, kiddo. You're the star. Yeah, okay.
Oh, so I know I see her giving you kisses, but I do want to say that there is a sense of pride that I feel with her. As she comes towards me and she's with me, I feel like I want to push my shoulders back and push my chest out a little bit more. And I hear her say, I'm the ambassador. I'm the canine ambassador for all of this. And I am so proud to absolutely be here. And she feels like she has a really strong job to do for you in particular, Scott, to give you support. And like from a place of love, but this really strong support. So at the end of the day, you've got someone that you can she's always there for you, and she's never going to go anywhere, but she's really proud of that. Meredith, what are you getting?
I love it. She is, she's showing me immediately that she really kind of likes being on screen. She really likes it, but there's also a little bit that is sort of shy and gentle. See how she's down right now? She's like, here I am. Oh, but I don't necessarily need to be in the spotlight all the time. There's, I love the ambassador word, Julie, that you're using, because she knows that people in your community, Scott, know her and recognize her and love her, but she also needs to like step down and have a little quiet, independent time. But she's also telling me how much she loves her hair. She loves her hair and she loves your hair. And there's something about just being able to express herself that makes her feel independent and individual without being that concerned about her appearance. She just wants everyone to know, here I am, this is me, this is what I got. And I like being in the spotlight, but I also like being down below the screen where you can't quite see me sometimes. There she is. Hey, baby. What else you got, Julie?
Well, so the other thing, I know she talked about being the ambassador for all of this group that's here online, but she is showing me that I saw something on Facebook, Scott, about where you are living right now, and there is something about her doing her daily rounds and being able to go say hello to every single person. Now, there's also the aspect that she gets a treat wherever she makes her rounds, as well as a little bit of like a hello and a little check-in, a little bit of visitation. But it's that moment of connection that she's very much all about. And she loves to just say, hey, everybody, you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? All right, cool. Then she likes to get her little treat and then she goes on her little way. And there's some zoomies involved as well. She shows me she very much loves running around the property and being able to get what she calls get the wiggles out and get moving around. Does that
That's
all make
absolutely
sense?
true. Yeah, absolutely true. Where I'm living here, there's a big fountain, and I like to go there and meditate there. And she'll run around the fountain, and then she'll come up and she'll then hang out with me. But she'll do a little run first, you know.
Mhm.
And it's true. The moment we go out, she likes to run a little bit. So that's true.
That's cool.
Well, I don't want to take up too much time, but I have one question, then I'm going to turn it over to our people.
Yeah.
When I first got her, we had another dog, Mr. Boobles, and Mr. Boobles passed away about 2 years ago. And since that time, it's just been Jasmine Bear and I. And I'm just curious if you get any kind of a hit of whether she would like to have me get a buddy, or if she's really preferring now to be solo dog.
Well, so we're going to ask Jasmine Bear how she feels about having another canine companion. Does that
Right.
feel good, Mare? And that answers your question, Scott? Okay, cool. So, Mare, I'll be curious what you get, but I hear her say yes and no. Yes, it wouldn't be bad to have another friend. And to some degree, it's another animal to help you, Scott, too, in what they're working with you on. She feels like she could have a partner. She calls it partner in crime, is the phrase she uses, in an effort to help you. However, she is really kind of like in the spotlight by herself right now. So maybe in a little bit of time. Meredith, what are you getting?
I got exactly the same thing, an immediate hit. And I almost just piped in and said, she's really enjoying some one-on-one time with you. And
Mhm.
it's interesting. Here they go. They always take us like to the soul level and to the lesson. Since we connected with Jasmine Bear, I've been clearing my throat a little bit. And for me, well, I should ask you if that means anything to you. Does she ever seem hoarse or coughy or anything like that? And then I'll
No,
tell you what it often means to me.
no, her tender spot is her tummy. Sometimes she has little tummy issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is coming through to me, and this is one of the things that often shows up in my toolbox, if you will. That's pretty common in if I have to clear my throat like that, it frequently has something to do with working with you, Scott, on being comfortable speaking your truth, standing up for yourself and talking about the things that you feel strongly about and the things that you believe in without hesitation or regret or malice. So there's something that's coming through to me about how the two of you, without another companion, canine or otherwise, and when I'm asking her about another companion, I'm actually seeing some sort of reptile. I don't know if it's a lizard or a snake, but it's some sort of reptile. It's not another puppy dog. And it's not a kitty. It's not a hamster. It's something a little bit different. But she's enjoying, oh, excuse me. She's enjoying the time with you and something that the two of you are doing together right now. And there's a piece of it that has to do with broadcasting, speaking out, which feels like what you're doing in this community here.
Beautiful. Well,
Does
thank
that make
you.
sense to you?
That's all very helpful. And my good friend DR has reminded me, and we can make it quick. She'll be 5 years old in May, and I have not had her fixed because I've always thought it might be nice to have puppies. Do you think she would like to have puppies, or would she rather not? And thank you, DR, for reminding me to ask that question.
I'm hearing no, would rather not. Yeah, I'm hearing no. Go ahead, Mare.
Yeah, I'm hearing no as well, that what she wants to leave in this world is more of a progeny of similar souls, not necessarily of similar bodies.
Hmm.
That's not something. She is a maternal figure without being a mother, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
She's a nurturer, but she doesn't need to birth the ones that she's nurturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Scott, I just want to say this, the snake, the lizard or snake, the lizard thing, right? Lizard mare or snake?
Yeah, some sort of reptile. I don't know. Is it a
Yeah.
lizard or a snake? I'm not sure.
She was showing me that there's one on the property already that she has, and it feels like it's outside, that it's not necessarily someone's, that someone's not watching it or is their guardian, but more that it's around somewhere, maybe even around the fountain that you mentioned, that she visits with frequently.
Wow. Okay.
So
Well, I'll keep an eye out.
out. Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out. Thank you so much. That was
You're welcome.
awesome. A wonderful start. I'm going to exit the screen and introduce you to our wonderful Adora. Adora is one of the people that always is with us, one of our favorite dancers. And take it away, Adora.
Awesome. So, Julie, should I do this one with Karen? Okay. Adora, so we just need to know from you the name of your animal.
Her name is Grace. I call her
Grace. Grace, and she's a female. I'm sorry, I kind of overtalked you there.
female cat and very much alive.
Grace,
Excellent.
female cat, alive.
Okay.
And what question do you want to ask of Grace?
Well, I believe she's reincarnated, and I would like to know why she came back.
So you would like to know if you'd like to know what Grace needs you to know about whether what help me with this, Karen.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. Okay. Are
Have
you
you been
trying to
together
ask
before?
if she's been reincarnated from another animal that you already had in your life, or
Well,
I want to get very clear with her on the question.
right. I'm the trustee of a house, and the owner of the house left the house in a trust for his cats. And
Ah,
there was an original George and Gracie, and the original Gracie disappeared. She was going to die, and she wanted to die in the bathroom right across from my room. But I didn't want to have to find her there, so I didn't let her in there. And then we never found her body. We have no idea where she went. And then George died, and then we got down to two cats, and they weren't getting along. So one day I was just doing yoga, and it's like, we need another cat. We need another Gracie. So I got up and looked online, the SPCA. I'd never done that ever before, gone there and looked, and I scrolled down, and my God, there's Gracie. Same
So-
name. He looks exactly like the original Gracie.
okay.
So I was down in Aptos, and I called my housemate who takes care of the cats. I don't live there
Okay.
currently. And I put a hold on Gracie. And then I went up to pick her up, and she was in the room with all the cats and sitting in the window. And I was like, oh my God, that's Gracie reincarnated. So I brought
Okay.
her.
Okay,
So don't
let's
tell us
stop.
anymore.
Let's stop there. That's a lot of info. Yeah.
Because the less you tell us, the better. So, let's just connect with the Gracie that's here right now and get a little bit about her personality for you. And then we'll ask her what she wants you to know about her showing up for you
Okay.
and how she got here, how her soul got here to you.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. So let's give us a second to call in Sweet Gracie.
So I immediately get, Adora, that this is how I'm going to get your attention. Like, I have to look this way. I have to sound this way. I have to show up for you in this way to get your attention. I'm going to ask the question about what her connection might be with the previous Gracie. But
Mhm.
what she's showing me is they are two separate souls, two separate beings, but somehow contractually working together. For her to know how she needed to show up, when she needed to show up, and where to get your attention to bring her in. And her name, Gracie, was obviously very significant in getting that attention. I'm going to ask her a little bit more about her personality and why that was important, while Karen gives us a little
Okay.
info about what she got about her personality.
So when I connect in with Gracie and she comes in, I feel my head really strongly. Like I feel headstrong. I feel very focused in my mind, and very confident in my being. And she walks across my scene, like she's in my head, like my movie in my head. She's walking across this way as opposed to coming straight at me. Like I have a plan as opposed to trying to please you. There's like more of a knowing that she's very confident in herself and her plan of being in this life. I also am not, does that make sense to you, Adore? Does that resonate to you with her personality?
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't told me not to tell you what much,
No,
but
we want to know if that makes sense, but we don't want you to elaborate yet.
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I agree with you, Karen. It feels very purposeful. Here I go clearing my throat again. It feels like, as I said, she showed up at a time for a reason to get someone's attention, your attention, your housemate's attention, somebody's attention. And she feels like she's on a mission, that there's definitely something that she needs to handle. But it feels like she wants to handle it. She's no nonsense. She's not going to dance around the issue, dance around the topic, whatever it is that she's bringing forward. She is going to deliver information to you in a very straightforward way, and in a way that you and whoever is around her can receive and understand. But she feels extremely direct, extremely no nonsense, and sort of impatient and perhaps a little irritable if she doesn't feel that she's getting the attention, the acknowledgement that she needs when she's trying to. I can literally see her on a podium with a megaphone going, "Hey guys, everybody listen up. I have something to say, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to hear it now." And she wants you to hear it and understand it. She wants to say it one time. She doesn't want to have to repeat her message and escalate it. She wants it to be very direct and very straightforward. Does that sound like her personality to you?
That could be, yeah. I'm not around her very much anymore,
Mhm.
but
Mm-hmm. She is, I will say that my whole head is like all lit up and I feel like I'm floating when I'm talking to her. Um, Very connected to spirit, this cat. I'm very, like, I literally feel like I've got the whole back of my head is like plugged into the universe. And then I have this extra sensory knowledge going on all the time. I mean, that's true of a lot of cats, but this is like amped up. And when I asked her, so what's the deal between you, Gracie, and Gracie who left Gracie? Like how are you guys connected? And she said, we're sisters. So, but does that mean physical sisters? No, that means soul sisters. So of the same soul family. So when you think, when you're asking, are you reincarnated? She is reincarnated from the same soul family, part of the same soul system, but not literally the same star soul that was the other Gracie, but they are truly connected. So it's no wonder why you resonate with her as if she were part of the other Gracie, because they actually literally are soul family.
Do you remember as kids playing with, a can phone where you have a tin can and a string and a can on the other end? I agree with Karen. She is not coming through to me at all as if she is the same Gracie that left, but it's like they're connected by a can phone, and she's got a constant communication text message with previous Gracie, or at least the spark of the soul of the previous Gracie, and that there are messages being delivered constantly. I love the plug-in. It's like I feel like I have a phone charger in the back of my head, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
do.
there's something very intense and very direct about this particular Gracie cat, um, that I would encourage you to pay attention, because she's delivering messages in lots and lots of different ways, but there are also lots of different messages. It doesn't feel to me like there's one thing she's trying to come to get across. It feels like the 5 is the number that's coming into my head. There are several different things that are important that she feels like she needs to deliver these messages with no question, no questioning. Here they are, and then I will pass the baton on to whoever the other end of the can phone is to get them through to you. I don't know what that means, but there are multiple things that
Mhm.
she's trying to say, and she wants to say them quickly and concisely through her phone.
Does that answer your question, Adora? Is there anything else that you want to ask from her?
And about a confirmation. I've got that, I get this amazing grace, how sweet the cat who came to save the world. And the house that she's in is, it's a trust, and we've run out of money. So I've been thinking of starting a GoFundMe for her and starting Amazing Grace. And I have this idea,
Yes.
Amazing Grace Sanctuary, creating Amazing Grace Sanctuary. And then so much money comes in that we can help support other Amazing Grace safe spaces all around the world.
She's saying yes. And when you speak, now I understand why my head is so lit up and my focus is so sharp. She's trying to sharpen your focus and get you to really focus on what it is that you're trying to do. So her energy is really, her being there is focusing you. You understand? So her job is to have you pay attention, which you did. You focused on her, which you did. And now she wants you to focus
Okay.
on what you're doing because of her, and because of the Gracie connection. You see, so this is truly all about like really being plugged in and being focused.
And don't spread your mission too far. That it's not just having income, having money coming in that's going to make your good intentions a success. Listen to her and hone it in and focus on where you can do the greatest good with the resources that you have on hand or can get on hand. Really, I like that, Karen. Really hone it in, really focus. And I'm seeing this come together like this. Don't try and do this out here. Try and do this right here.
Yeah, we got to save her.
Yes. Right. So I feel from her that you will be successful the more you focus.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks
She's
for the
a strong one. She's good, strong energy for you.
Yeah.
I sent the picture of her to Scott. Would you like to see her?
Did you put it in the chat?
I put it.
Yeah, I'd have to roll up and get it. I think we need to move on to
Okay.
so many people in the queue.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Adora.
Thank you.
I have brought up Kiki. Kiki is also, like Adora, one of our favorite regular Global Peace Tribers. So take it away, Kiki. Oh, and I guess, and we're going to bring back Julie. And which of you are going to turns into a pumpkin?
So Meredith takes a break now.
Meredith takes a break.
Yeah.
Hi, Kiki. How are you?
Hi, I'm wonderful. Gosh, I see I'm going to have to call you all up because I have so many animals, past, present. Many questions. So I'm going to pick the one that's the most important right now that I need to work with, and it is a horse, male, alive, and his name is Cash.
Wonderful. And what is the question that you have for Cash?
I'm going to have to sell him and 2 others because of finances.
Okay.
And I've been talking to them and telling them that they need to help manifest a buyer that's going to, do what he needs. He needs work. He needs something to do in a job.
Okay.
And so do the other 2.
So if we ask Cash, how can he help give you the insight? I'm thinking about this, Julie. We've done this before for people when they have to do something like this. We ask the animal, what does your human need to know? What should they be looking for in the right partnership for the next human that you go to?
I hope understands, because I've had him since he was 4 months old and he's like 17 now. So
so we can make sure he understands what's happening and that he's been, which I already feel that he's, but yes, it will confirm that for you, Kiki, and then and then Karen, you'll have to rephrase the question when we get that far.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't mind. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Cool. Yeah. And I just have to say real quick as we get started, it is so important to ask our animals questions like these, or the question that Scott asked of Jasmine Bear too. That's what they want. They want to be part of that conversation. So thank you so much, everyone, for asking the animals these questions. Sorry, Karen. I just wanted to say that.
No, that's important.
Jasmine
Yeah.
Bear wanted me to say that earlier. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just
Okay.
hone in a little. Let's let Cash come through and share a little bit
Yeah.
about his personality. And then we'll go into the question. Okay, so it's very interesting. What I don't know what you're getting, Julie, but when Cash came into me, he was actually more worried about you taking care of yourself, Kiki. He said Kiki needs to take care of herself.
True.
And that his goal is to make sure that that happens for you. And he has a very, to me, he has a very strong personality in that he feels very self-assured in himself. He also makes me feel like one of the other horses that you're concerned about maybe is more timid than he is. He feels a little more self-assured than maybe one of the other horses that he's saying. Of the three of them, there's one of them that isn't as self-assured as he is.
Okay.
And it would be helpful if the one who's a little more timid could go with him as at least a pair. If you're not going to get to put all three of them together, that one that's a little more timid needs to go with one of us
Uh-huh.
for that one to have success. What are you picking up, Julie?
Well, when I first connected in with Cash, I just felt like, well, just like you guys had with the cat plugged in, like the back of my head felt really strong as well. But I also felt like I just needed to kind of do this and let my mane fly, and that I just feel really, you did mention work, but I feel like there's a strength to him, and I feel like his legs are rather, like particularly his feet are rather solid and on the ground and big, and just he feels absolutely, and he shows me a horse that's really, he actually shows me, I don't know why he's showing me Fabio, but with the hair and everything from back in the day, like he just has a really strong sense of self too.
Yeah.
And as far as what some of the things that Karen was saying too, he is aware of what's going on. And he is very, very grateful that you speak with him as you do. And he does show me you speaking heart to heart, and he absolutely understands. Just as Karen said, I do see him as the leader of the three. He does show that. He shows me as a triangle, and he's up at the top. And he would very much, like Karen was saying, want to stay. He'd like all three to stay together, but he understands if they do have to be but he does feel like he and the other two are putting energy out there, so that someone comes along and says, no, I'm happy to take all three and keep them together. And you mentioned about having them work and being able to do something. It feels like for the betterment, what he says, for the betterment of kids.
Oh my God, I saw kids too.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd love to be able to help children somehow, whether it's, he's giving me different examples about how equine therapy can help kids, autistic children's nonverbal kids, things like that, whatever it may be, or even kids that don't have an opportunity. He's even saying this, to be able to work with animals or be out in nature and show them that, animals aren't scary, particularly horses that can be bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen, anything, and what else?
I was seeing the kid thing too, and I was like, oh, really? And then you said it, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is. And I actually saw like deaf kids, and even kids with like sight impairment, like him being able to help in that way, because he feels so calm. He feels so confident that he would stand there while they like touched him. Does that make sense to you, Kiki, what we're saying?
Well, and maybe in some ways, sometimes he doesn't stand still, but maybe he would for kids. Maybe he would understand that, that connection, that their disability.
Yeah.
And he would hone in on it.
Yeah. I'm hearing you say
he has a strong personality, and he likes to throw his head like that, like you were doing. And he has a long mane, and throws it. So yeah, you got that.
Well, that heart-to-heart connection that he has with you, he feels like kids are much easier, even if they aren't, completely full able body. He feels like there's actually, if they're not full able body, some of the filters aren't there. And so he feels like he's able to connect with them from that heart to heart that you already experience, he says.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Karen?
hard decision to have to do, but
Yeah.
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 And we're so sorry. Oh, we're so sorry for that. That's
well,
a
I
hard
still
one.
have one old one that's 35 that'll be here until she goes. And
Mhm.
everybody says, what are you going to ride? And I said, one day I'll find another hard horse,
Mhm.
when the time's right.
Yeah.
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 He does want, like, to Karen, what you were saying about taking care of yourself, being able to this letting go of them to take
Mhm.
care of yourself.
Yeah.
He respects that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
honors that even. Yeah. Karen,
Yes.
was there, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Karen.
No, we're both on the same page here on that topic.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've
does
heard that from others. Some friends are intuitive that they say that, my animals say you work too hard. Yeah.
okay.
So,
So he's singing the same tune for you today.
Mhm.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. I get that sense from him that he will be fine, and that he will also make it clear to you if he approves. So when you have people come through to meet him,
Yeah.
he will give you the nod, whatever that means. You will
Mhm.
know he's saying them
Yeah.
or him
Well,
if you have options.
I've put it out there for quite a while that they're for sale, but I won't put it on the internet. I just don't want anybody,
Mhm.
I can't take them to an auction or anything. It's got to be
Yeah.
the right people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He was having me move my head again, just like that. So yeah. Cool. Awesome. Does
I
that
hope
answer
that
your
helps,
question?
Kiki.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just need that assurance and letting you also connect, letting them know that
Mhm.
it's something I have to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does
And so-
understand.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Kiki. That's a very touching story. We love you, Kiki.
Yeah. And I have many more, so I will contact. I have to get information and lots of others. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Welcome.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kiki.
And I am putting the information on each of our wonderful readers here periodically throughout in the Zoom room. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, it's best to come into the Zoom room. There's quite a chat going on. If you can't, we are going to read their email addresses, their websites, so you can contact them. And I love watching how you all kind of tag team with each other. It's really quite beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We enjoy doing it that way because the animals will, it's like our energy rises as well. And so it makes the connection a little bit more easy, if you will, but also they'll reference different things from each of us that give like a broader picture. So we really love reading in tandem. It's so much fun.
I have a quick question, then we'll go to our next person who will be Diara. So just a moment ago, when you were talking about, she's showing me a picture of Fabio. Now, but imagine that the animal doesn't know Fabio. So does the animals send their energy and you try to happen? How's that work?
So each one of us, it can happen a little bit differently. So for me, for some reason, they just dropped a picture of Fabio. Now they use what I call like my Rolodex of all the stuff that I've experienced in this lifetime. And they'll pull up images that I understand so that I can be able to articulate. They're of course aware of Fabio. Why? I don't know, but they just know that that's in my head somewhere and that's what they wanted me to show. I think because there's a commercial with him riding a horse not too long ago, but possibly that's what he just showed me. I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we're fascinated because I definitely want to do readings, but also learn from you. Like, how does this work? So then so we can do it, so we can do it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone can do this. We all have the ability to be intuitive. It's just, it's like a muscle that you train, just like anything else. And so like meditation absolutely helps, like what Karen was doing before, or Nicholas. to help calm and quiet the mind. And then you can hear what all is going on. And anything, the birds outside, the squirrels, like whatnot, the giraffes, you can connect to the giraffes too and hear what they have to
Beautiful.
say. Mm-hmm.
Eleanor Joy wrote just now, and I'm going to periodically read audience comments. As an audience observer, I'm really enjoying this. It helps to broaden my inner horizons regarding the soul energy of an animal. So thank you, Eleanor Joy. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Dr. Laura agrees. Dr. Laura, I've added you to the queue. So we're going to go to Diara next, then Leslie Watts, Dana, Roger and Bonnie, Dr. Laura, and Lori Payne. And that
Okay,
probably
so
is going to be more than, that's probably going to be quite complete. Here is Diara. We love Diara. So I'm adding Diara, and I think I'm Karen, you taking a break?
yes, I am. You know, you could just leave all three of us up here though if you want, so you don't have to keep pinging around, and we'll just take turns going on mute if that's helpful for you.
No, I don't mind. I think it's easier for the audience to have slightly larger screens on people. So
Okay.
I do this
Fabulous.
all the
Yes.
time. It's not a problem.
All right, Diara, how are you?
Hi. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for this. So we've had dogs, cats, horses, and I have deer.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
So lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
Yeah.
I have two questions, and I think I know the answer, but I really want confirmation, and they're both related. The first one is about the three-legged deer named Miracle, who was born on my property.
Okay.
And she's a young lady now, and I haven't seen her in a while, and I think she may have taken off with one of the bucks and a side herd, so I'm hoping she's happy in her new environment because her mother and her sister weren't very nice to her.
Okay.
And then the second question is about the herd. There's a pathway between my neighbor's house, and the deer come through and jump down in my yard and hang out or move on. And he's going to be putting up a fence because they're eating his hedges, and we love them, and I know it's a tough decision, and I want to make sure they're going to be okay. It's really painful. Like, I wasn't going to ever sell the house or move unless it was someone that promised to keep that deer trail open.
Mm.
And I know that there's already been a change in their migration pattern just by me living here, and there's a neighbor next door has a dog, and so as you can tell, I'm getting emotional, and so we're probably dropping into soul level stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Meredith, we're gonna first connect with Miracle female deer alive. And then we can ask the herd the question about the trail and just make sure they're okay. That sound good, Mare?
Yeah, it sounds good. And I love that this came up, Julie, with your wild deer experience and lessons in life. I love that this came up.
I know, I do too.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just jump right in? Because
Go.
I see
Yep.
Miracle riding on the back of another animal. I'm only seeing the top of it. You said that there was a buck, so I could assume that might be it, but it's kind of like, and this is hilarious, Scott. This goes back to the question that you just asked earlier. Do the animals know Fabio? Well, do the animals know Bugs Bunny? I don't know, but I always set an intention going into a reading that they show me, or they bring me information in ways that I can understand and put forward. And I get a ton of Bugs Bunny references. So here's one. Do you know the Bugs Bunny comes in on the back of the big horse that's on its tippy toes, tinky tinky tink, in the Wagner killed a wabbit. So I see Miracle posed like Bugs Bunny on the back of this glorious animal that appears to be, I only see the back of it, very muscular, very sleek. Is this a buck? Is this a beautiful horse? Is this something Arthurian? I have no idea, but I see Miracle like on the back of this animal being escorted into some beautiful land. It's making me think of the cover of the paperback copy of the book I have of the copy I have of The Mist of Avalon. There's something very mystical about this to me. But she is glorious on the back of this steed that is carrying her off somewhere. Does that resonate with you at all, Diara?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's this realm or another, but either way, she's glorious and happy, and I don't need to worry about her.
Yeah, no idea. And you see how quickly we can go from Bugs Bunny to Arthurian legend, but it's all about what the animals bring forward for us. What have you got, Julie?
I do feel that she's very much alive and she's actually really happy.
Yeah.
It's our experience that, animals don't hold grudges like humans do. That being said, I do hear her saying, because I know you mentioned that her mom and sister, I think you said, were maybe so kind to her. And it was just the way that it needed to be because she needed to strike out on her own. And her mom actually knew that about her. But there is also this sense of how you like me now. Because you see who I'm with now, like there's also this little bit of a thing going on. So I do feel that she's very much alive. She's very healthy. She is further from you, and you may see her from a migration perspective, but you may not, just because of where she is and with whom she is. Yeah.
Awesome. That's so perfect. Thank you for that.
Cool. Yeah, you're welcome.
It does feel very much like a Cinderella story, like the wicked stepmother and the wicked stepsisters, and then Cinderella shows up at the ball. And
Yes.
Julie, you said you feel that the mother knew this about her, that she needed to move on. I'm feeling a little bit more cluelessness about the mom, but I'm going to give mom the benefit of the doubt to think that maybe she was happy to see her beautiful Cinderella ride off on the back of whatever this steed was that took her somewhere.
The sire of the whole herd that I think she's with, and with his tribe. So
Oh, cool. Cool.
She feels like a tough cookie. Like she's yeah, she's in charge of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you.
And to answer your question about the herd of deer,
Yeah.
will they be okay with not having access to that specific trail? So what I hear from the herd, and I will just clarify too, we tap into like the whole energy of the herd, and we can even come a little bit higher and do the diva, if you will, of the herd, like the overall, or even the diva of the species. But I'm going into the energy of the actual herd. And Mary, talk to it differently if when we get that far. So when I hear from the energy of the herd it is a shame that we can't have access the way we used to have access, that we can't get to the hedges like we used to, that humans have to have this feeling of it's mine and not yours, this feeling of scarcity that we possess, this feeling that we stay in fear instead of everything is available for all of us. She's reminding me that the other day I heard a quote that only 4%, like so many of the animals are gone, only 4% of the animals that are actually on the planet are wild now, 4%. And so she's like, so why can't we share? However, you don't have to worry. They are actually really grateful for your concern. They will be fine. It's just sad for them that they can't have access. So Meredith, I don't know what you were picking up.
So I at first immediately heard the word adaptability. And I saw an image of like, it's funny, it's almost like cartoon reindeer that I remember seeing on a line of greeting cards when I was a kid. But I'm seeing a water slide. That's the first thing I saw was a water slide. Oh, you block this off? Well, here's a slope. We're going to turn it into a water slide. Here's a fence. You think we can't jump over the fence? Adaptability is the word that I heard. You're going to try and change this for us, and we're going to turn it into what we need it to be. But there's almost, there's a sadness to it, but there's almost like a, hey, watch this. You do not give us credit for the things that we can become. We can make the changes we need to in our lives to the greatest extent possible, not to the ultimate extent, because we as humans, a lot of humans, have really overstepped our bounds into how we have changed the world for wild animals. But this particular herd is showing me adaptability, and we will overcome and we will be fine. And watch this, we'll eat your hedge from the other side and show you. Not out of spite, but maybe as a little bit of a joke.
We're still here.
We're still here.
You can't move us completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's funny is, as I'm saying that, I'm seeing Miracle show up. And it's almost like she's got a some modification advices. I don't know if this is a prosthetic she's showing me or whatever, but she's saying, you saw me as one that wasn't completely whole, and now I'm it's not necessarily in charge, but there's something regal about her, where she's completely respected in spite of having been considered not quite whole, if that makes any sense to you.
Yes, yes, that does totally. And I know we need to move on. There may be one spot where they can squeeze through. Should I try and work with the neighbor or is it just a done deal, and the deer and I are gonna cry and there's nothing we can do?
As far as the neighbor goes, I hear them say for you, you don't need to waste your energy. We're going to be fine.
Okay.
You can help us in other ways just by, sharing your experiences with us. You can put, salt licks, whatnot out for us and things like that, but don't worry about, you can't tell some of these people, to change their ways.
Okay.
So use that energy for yourself and your love for them. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll still have access to my yard. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you.
You're
everybody.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for taking care of them. Yes. Cool.
We're getting a chance to meet some of our favorite global peace tribers, which is really, really wonderful.
Cool.
We're going to bring up one more person, then we're going to do a little musical break, a little Omashar, give you all a chance to relax.
Okay.
And we're also going to take a quick break right now just to promote something very important. A few days ago, I got a phone call from Marianne's personal assistant. I've known Marianne for decades. She's been on my show many times before. And they said, Scott, we're doing a really big push. The Nevada primary next Tuesday, February 6th, is a very important one. It's important that, she does well and that we get some momentum going. Can you do something for us? So we've put together in just 3 days a big event. On Sunday night, I'm going to be interviewing Marianne Williamson. Reverend Michael Beckwith from Agape is going to join us. It's going to be a very special night. And I want to ask everybody, because we don't normally do shows on Sunday night, so we really need everyone to go to globalpeacetribe.com and register. I'll also put the link in the chat box for our Zoom family that are right here. But those of you watching on Facebook, go to globalpeacetribe.com. And really the best thing to do is join the Global Peace Tribe. Join us. Then you'll get the links for all of our shows, including the Marianne event. That's really the best thing to do. And I really want to ask people to also help promote it. We really want to support Marianne. We don't get political on this show. We're neutral. But I'll say that Marianne speaks our language so beautifully. Whenever I listen to whatever she has to say, she is a clear channel for spirit to flow through. And she's speaking a truth that sadly neither political party wants to hear, wants to express. And although it's unlikely, that she's going to get elected, her voice, we need her voice to be heard. So it's up to us as the Global Peace Tribe to support her. 4 years ago, she used my Zoom rooms for all of her Zooming. And after the election was over, our first show after the election, she came on and we did a special show with her as our keynote speaker. And it was hard because she had just watched Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, people she'd been on stage with, traveled with in their glory. They had their big event at 5 o'clock on Saturday after the election. And our show came on at 6, right into Marianne. And she said publicly on the show, she said, really good to be with my tribe right now. And her tribe needs her, or she needs the tribe again. So Sunday, 7 o'clock Pacific. I know it's a little bit late for those of you on East Coast, but please join us and please help promote this event. I'll put the information into the chat box. And thank you very much, everybody. All right, we are going to go to Leslie Watts. Then we're going to go to an Omashar song. Then we'll hear from Dana, Roger, Dr. Laura, and Lori Payne. That's the cue as we have it. And hopefully it'll, and ladies, feel free to make your sessions shorter so you don't overdo it. We can get everybody in and we'll call it a night after Lori Payne. Okay, I am going to go look now for Leslie Watts. Where are you, Leslie? There you are. She's waving frantically. There she is. Hi, Leslie. Welcome to the Awakening World.
Hi, Scott. Thank you so much for the show. It's so much fun. And ladies, I just love what you do. Thank you. I have 2 dogs. One died on Easter. His name is Andrew, and he had a very sick life with Addison's and a lot of shots. And
Don't tell us too much.
And then his sister, Emma, we still have her, and I'm just wondering if she might like another friend, or if like Scott's dog is enjoying me.
Okay.
What's the name of the dog you still have? His sister?
Emma.
Emma.
Okay.
Karen, that immediately made me think of Andy.
I know. I had a dog, my older brother dog was Andy. He was the first child in my family. So I had an Andrew in my family. And now my husband's name is Andrew. So I am like sandwiched between Andrews. And now you've got an Andrew. Okay.
So your question was whether Emma would like a companion?
That's a question, but I would love to hear from Andrew so much.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with that, and maybe we'll get the other answer too, but we want to stay focused so everybody has a chance. But let's call in Andrew, okay, in spirit.
So he pops in for me immediately. This is something that happens to me a lot. Whatever the name is, I get these references that mean something to me that have to do with that name. So he pops in for me immediately as Andrew McCarthy, as the heartthrob, the cute, blue-eyed, quiet, gentle heartthrob from all of those movies from the 80s. He seems like a real charmer, but not the bold in your face popular guy, a little bit of the quiet guy that everyone should have had a crush on, even if they didn't. Does that make sense with regard to his personality?
Yes.
And he popped in for me right away with a little bit of a princely, he was a little bit of a prince, like a little swoony. So it's just funny. You got Andrew McCarthy, I got Prince Andrew, in him being like a swoony kind of a prince.
Yeah, he seems like a real charmer.
Yeah, like a real charmer. Like if he were a human, he'd have had a little bit of a silver tongue. Do you know, like he could convince people of things, but not in a bad or malicious way. Just knew how to move people. Almost like with that princiness or Andrew McCarthy-ness, right? Where you're like, I'll do whatever you say. He's showing me himself in spirit. I feel it. So I just got to say it, raw data. I see a cat walking around him in spirit. I don't know if you had a cat or he has a friend that's a cat, but I feel like there's like a sidekick cat with him in spirit that he is kind of doing his work with. I don't know who it is. The tail is straight up with a little curve at the end, so I don't know. I'm hearing go way back to when you were a kid. Was there ever a cat?
Yeah, there were many cats.
So there is a particular cat with him as his sidekick, he's telling me. and they're kind of working together in spirit.
So he's bringing Emma forward for me. I'm not necessarily connecting with Emma, but he's showing me his opinion of Emma. And there's a little bit of a big brother, little sister feeling going on here where he's telling me she's kind of a brat, but it feels like the big brother talking about his little sister. But at the same time, my big brother would call me a brat, but he would have beat up any guy on the playground had I needed defending. So I'm feeling a true sense of strong love, but he's not going to say that out loud. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much.
And so I'm asking Andrew, what do you want? What's important for Leslie to know right now with you in spirit that would, I don't know what it is, but help I'm feeling like really drawn to my chest. So I'm asking, what does she need to know to warm her heart, is what he's saying. He says, I am warming her heart. I'm still warming her heart in spirit. And I actually feel a lot of energy and pressure around the middle of my back. And he told me he's still trying to warm your heart the way that he did when he was in his body.
He's telling me to ask you to stop worrying, to stop questioning, to stop worrying. You're worried very much about Emma. She's fine. The heart hurt is yours more than hers. And this would be a good time for you to address that and allow her to help you in this process. But recognize that the caretaking needs to happen for yourself much more than it needs to happen for her.
And he's saying, if you breathe, she'll breathe. Do you understand what he's saying by that? Because he's saying, your chest is tightened up around all this, which is why he's trying to open up your heart and help you to breathe. And if you breathe, she'll breathe. And there's something maybe about her calming down a little bit. If you breathe, she'll breathe. That's what he wants you to know. So I hope does that make sense about her to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Leslie. And lay out in the sun, like energetically or literally. I see like laid back across a chair with sunlight coming up, warmth coming across your chest, but there's an opening of your chest and your ribs from the front that needs to happen to allow the light and the warmth to come in. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. I couldn't stop it.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Karen, you and Julie.
Yes.
Is that right? Is that where we are?
Yes.
Okay.
I think after a music break. Yep.
After music break. Yeah.
We are having a music break.
Oh, yay.
Where are you, Scott?
All right, here is first of all, this is such a wonderful show. People are loving it. I apologize. I got caught up responding to some people in the audience that are just loving the show. So thank you very, very much. Mr. Omashar.
So, Mr. Omashar, it is a really wonderful show. When I was, not a show, expose, let's say. When I used to live in Mount Shasta, and I knew an animal communicator there, and she was saying that really it was a front for what was going on within the human, and whatever I perceive out of the animal from the human is really what the human's going through. I'm not saying that relates to what we're doing tonight, but it really tuned me in to how we are all this one spirit. And so the song I have here is actually, it's a novelty song. I didn't write it. My mother loved it. My grandmother loved it. My grandmother had 2 Dachshunds. My father had 2 Weimaraners and a Great Dane. My mom didn't have any any dogs because she was dog theist. But but anyway, this is a song. I don't know. Don't spotlight me because I might be embarrassed, but I'm going to do it anyway. And here we go. Dogs in the Cloud. All right. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that dog is for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If she has a dog, she won't be lonesome, and that dog will have a good home. And I read in the papers they are robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love leaves a doggy to protect her and scare him away with one bark. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies. She can't take a goldfish for walks. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. One more time. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
That's old Twinkle Omashar. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I'm grateful. It was interesting because where am I? Here I am. I was rehearsing it today and upstairs.
Oh, you just went mute.
Yeah.
You were rehearsing it today.
There's two kids, one 1.5 and one 4 years, and I was going, my master doggy thingy, and they came to my door and banged on the door and said, yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway.
Hey, we can all get Omashar, of course, twice a week on The Awakening World, but we can also get him by going to Bandcamp. Just go to Omashar, his name, OMASHAR.bandcamp.com. That's where his albums live. And let's support him and let's enjoy these. I don't know if you'll find Doggy in the Window on any of those albums, though.
I don't think so.
No, but most other songs that you hear on the show, you will find on those albums. So that was really, really fun. Thank you, Omashar. All right, I'm going to bring up our absolute wonderful animal communicators. Before we go to the next presentation, I would love for you to tell us more about this wonderful organization that you started, the Animal Communication Collective. And I'm actually going to go to the website as you describe it and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'll start, then Meredith and Julie can chime in with me. This is an organization that was born out of love of our animals. And it really came to me as a download from my cat, Hockey Puck, who was in spirit. And I was actually sitting at a quiet dinner with my husband after a wake for a friend. And he asked me, what are you going to do with this new certification that you got as an animal communicator? And all of a sudden I felt all these tingles around my head and I started speaking out of my mouth have you ever had that out of body experience when you're speaking and you're thinking, who's saying that? Well, that was happening to me at that time. And I started saying, I don't know, but the animals need us to do more. They need us to collect. They need us to help in groups. They need their voices heard. We can talk to shelters. We can raise money for them and let them know what the animals are feeling so that when they get adopted, there's more connection. And all this stuff started coming out of my mouth. And I had a picture of Hockey Puck in my head the whole time. Excuse me. And so that's how it was really born, was this crazy idea out of the ether and from Hockey Puck. And then I went to a meeting with my other animal communicator peers, Meredith and Julie and a few others. And we were talking about like, what do we do as professionals? And I brought this up in this very weird format because I could say it there without anybody thinking I was completely crazy. And they totally understood what I was saying. And we all started brainstorming. It was like I lit a match and it took off in a fireplace. And everybody started talking about it, right, Meredith? And then you dove in like right away to help me solidify this into something that made sense.
Yeah,
And
we
Julie
logged off
jumped
of
up.
that. We logged off of that meeting and I picked up the phone and called Karen and said, I'm in. So here are the skills I have to offer to collaborate with the skills that you have to offer. And how are we going to make this happen? And then Julie.
Yeah, then I joined because I have an advertising background. That's actually, and Karen does too. And that's what when I joined in, I'm like, well, I can help with marketing because it's what I knew from my previous life, if you will. And so far I think we're starting our 4th year of doing these online events. Last year, we raised more money than the year before and the year before. And last year, we raised over $17,000 for animal welfare organizations. And we've already got a lineup for 2024. We have a couple of spots left. So if anybody knows of an animal welfare organization that's a 501c3, we totally would love to partner with you and help raise money for the animals in your care. So you can reach out to us, any of us, and get some more information.
Beautiful. And one more time, the website is animalcommunicationcollective.com. And I'm actually going to scroll a little bit because it's a beautiful website. Again, for any of you that want to go to it, animalcommunicationcollective.com. Ways to get involved. Obviously, we can meet their team. If any of you have connections to animal welfare organizations, turn it on. And it's really a beautiful website. It really makes it very, very clear what they're doing. And so check it out, join. And then look at all these partners that they're working with. I mean, this is really something. Plus, I love, don't we want to be part of all these wonderful beings that we're looking at right here? What are the little brown guys called? What are those?
I think those are baby penguins, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're just baby penguins.
Yeah.
They are. It's a type of penguin, right? I didn't know. Yeah.
I just want to rub their bellies, really.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's just like the greatest picture ever. So,
thank you.
ladies, thank you so much for your devotion and your commitment. And I also want to remind people that organizations like this need support. And really go to the website. You can donate there. You can also check on about maybe, providing teamwork, being part of the team. Let's really support these 3 wonderful women and all the animals that they're supporting. It's great. And I'm hoping you're going to get some wonderful financial donations and also human being donations. We got a lot of people here that maybe will enjoy working with you.
Well, that's wonderful, Scott. I think the best way people can help us is, please, the Animal Communication Collective, we don't take any money.
Oh.
We are 100% volunteer. All the money goes to whoever we're doing an event for. So if you want to experience more of this, the best way to help us is to buy a ticket to one of the events that we promote, the one that sits right in your heart, that draws you in. Go to that event, buy that ticket, maybe buy some raffle tickets to win a private reading with us. And all of those proceeds will go to that rescue or shelter that we're working with that evening.
Thank you very much for that clarification. That's really helpful. Thank you. All right. So our remaining people are Dana next, then Roger and Bonnie. They're a couple. Then Dr. Laura and Lori Payne. And if you all burn out, let me know. We can always do another show. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. And I am looking for Dana. There she is. Dana, you're on camera.
Aloha, everyone.
Hi, Dana.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So I am in Mexico and I've just been here 2 days. I'm visiting my friend Tara, who has been living here for a little while. And on Monday, Tara's going to go away for like 9 days and I'm going to take care of her 3 animals. So we have Percy, the dog, male, He was in the picture with me earlier. He's on the
Mhm.
floor. I don't know if you can
Okay.
see him.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
anyway, Percy. And then we have two female cats, Venusia and Aphrodite, and their sisters.
Wonderful.
And we were just wondering, how can we best prepare the animals for Tara going away and me taking care
Okay.
of them? And also, I love animals, and I just want to have like a really warm connection with all of them. And Percy's been cool. The cats have been a little elusive for me since I've been
Mhm.
here, and I love cats, and I would just like to make everyone feel comfortable and
Okay.
cared for, and that we can bond and all of that. So yeah.
Who am I working with right now? Where are we? Me and Meredith? Or is it you and
I
I
think
this
it's you
time?
and me this time.
Oh, you and me. Okay, so
Yep.
Julie and I. Of the three, let's see. Why don't we just ask who's the spokesperson this evening? Unless Tara, do you have any particular one that you want to hear from that would help you, knowing you're the one going away as well?
I'm more concerned about the cats. I think,
Okay.
Percy's a big dog and they can figure things out, but the cats go in and out, and one of my cats tends to get attacked by other male cats in the neighborhood. I think she's very sexy. I don't know what the deal is, but like it's quite tragic. Like I have
Okay.
to take her to the vet to get shots every once in a while because she gets
Okay.
a wound. But
Um,
just yeah.
Which of
I have
those two cats are you really, which of those two cats in your heart do you feel is the spokesperson?
Venusia.
Spell her name for us, please.
Like Venus, the planet, Venusia, like a Venusian.
Thank you. Okay,
Mhm.
female cat. Okay, so we want to check in with her as maybe the spokesperson for them all. And ask her, what do we need to know that would be helpful for you and Dana with you going away to, what's her advice or suggestions for
Yeah,
you to
cool.
know? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, Venusia, why don't you come forward?
Mhm.
Well, she says my name is sexy. I have to live up to it.
What?
She just said, well, my name is sexy. I have to live up to it.
That's Percy.
Just saying. Okay, Venusia. She is a very strong-minded woman.
Yeah.
She's not the one that gets attacked. Her sister is, but
Right. Right.
Well, she's
Yeah.
telling me she's very sexy. Venusia
yeah,
is very
they're both
sexy.
very sexy for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but it's the sister's getting attacked because she was just like, I do what I want. So let's just see what Venusia wants to share about what would be best for the group while you're gone. So I don't know what you're getting to. I'm already getting that they all realize you're going, first of all. They're all very clearly realize that you're going. From Venusia's perspective, she's like, we're it's going to be the same. We're going to be the status quo. We're going to keep doing who we are while you're gone. And from her energy, she's not that worried. I'm not feeling any worry about you going away from her perspective. She's like, I don't know what she's worried about. Like I'm feeling like I don't know what she's worried about. We're going to do our thing the way we do our thing. Status quo. What are you picking up, Julie?
Yeah, I'm getting all of that too. And even from Percy as well, like, cause he kind of puts his little nose in there, not little, but the nose in there too. The thing that Venusia wants to answer Dana's question about how can Dana, become, this is how Venusia puts it. She's like, how can Dana be part of our tribe here? And she's actually asking you to do some grounding meditations and also to just kind of manage your energy a little bit. What Venusia shows me is like, you want really badly to be connected to them. And they're saying, that's cool, but just like chill a little bit. Like they just want, just kind of like bring the energy in a little bit and we'll come around, like, because they want to control the situation. So just manage your energy, maybe do some grounding meditations with Tara. Sorry if I got your name wrong. The
We
other,
were talking about grounding and being in our bodies earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'll,
Yeah.
yeah, but they totally know you're going away and they say, fine, okay.
So to piggyback on that, Julie, when you were speaking, I heard Venusia, like she was showing me a picture like this for you, Dana. And she's also started to say, stop pushing yourself at us. There's like too much desire going toward us. So you're not giving us a chance to assimilate with you. And she's saying all that energy you have, like this, she's like, I know it's from your heart, but there's too much neediness in it. And to take that feeling and send it into the, like, ground yourself with the earth and pull yourself in and down and wait.
Yeah,
And will come.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's her guidance for you.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I was open to whatever. Thank you.
Yeah.
She
Beautiful.
was a minute ago, we were outside and she's like, why isn't she coming to me? Why isn't she coming to me? And I'm like, she's fine. Like if she needs anything, she comes, but she's got, like, she's fine on her own. And then hearing you say that, I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Although
They
I
can be
have
blunt.
recognized
So
her
sorry.
and like I've sort of just, I do want to connect because I love cats, but I also am realizing that they're both quite independent. So I've been just trying to let them be who they are, but I will follow her guidance.
Sit quietly and they will come is what she says.
And there is a soul level lesson in this for you, Dana, to just take a look at, notice what's happening for you when they don't come. What negative talk is coming up in you so that you can kind of come to terms with it and embody some compassion for yourself instead of hoping that they'll show up so that you feel better.
Yeah, I do recognize that message is for me in general.
Yeah.
And bringing my energy.
Just be you and don't worry, we'll show up when we're ready.
Thank you, ladies. That was
Good
awesome.
luck.
You're welcome.
Have fun. Have a good
And
trip.
have fun on your
Tara.
trip.
All right. Thank you, Dana. That was great. This is Bonnie and Roger, and they are also, again, regulars on Global Peace Tribe. And they want a little bit of help with their cat, Gummy Bear.
Okay. And then I think Mayor's doing this with me. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So Mayor will get ready. So Gummy Bear. So Roger and Bonnie. Gummy Bear. Can you remind, I know Scott just told me, I think, is Gummy Bear a cat, a dog? Oh, you're muted and I can't hear you.
Okay, cat.
Cat. Okay.
And there's Gummy Bear.
Oh, wow.
Gorgeous. And I think Julie's going to take this one with Meredith and I'm going to sit back.
Yeah.
She's 15 years old and she's had some health issues, and we're wondering if we're doing the right thing for her and how she's feeling about it.
Okay. All right. So Gummy Bear, female cat, alive, incredibly wise is what I picked up immediately from her. This is not her first rodeo as far as being, meaning she's had many, 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 many lives. I know cats, infamously have 9 lives, but she has been around the block many times and around the block with both of you in your past lives. So this is a whole, you are all like a soul family, if you will. So know that too. Meredith, are you getting anything? I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, she is making me laugh a lot because Gummy Bear immediately showed me a gummy bear. She showed me catnip. She showed me some Advil, as if maybe she could, and then a lidocaine patch, as if maybe she could use just a little notch of taking some anxiety or pain. It doesn't feel like pain. It just feels like stiffness in my bones. You know, I'm sitting in this chair going, oh, I need to stretch it out a little bit. But she's saying that she likes to relax and would like to spend some time just chilling right now. There's not anything to worry about. We just need to, everybody take a breath, everybody sit down, everybody take an ibuprofen or a glass or a gum, whatever it is that will make you feel
Relaxed.
relax. And she would encourage that for everyone. Does that make sense to you? Are we allowed to say these things? That's what that's what she's telling me.
Yeah, can't help
Oh,
it.
you have an outdoor cat that we had actually, how many, when I came first here in 2016, actually about June of 2016, there were 4 cats. One of them we had to put down. Actually, about how many years ago did whatchamacallit go
Stormy?
down? Stormy go down. 3?
Around 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, 2 to 3 years ago.
They were 3 siblings that were rescued at 5 weeks. And
Wow.
15 years ago or so.
For her ex-husband.
Yeah.
Well, not ex, but late husband.
Late husband, yeah. Ex-late, whatever. And then in October of 20, we brought a dog into the house, into the mix. And so that is probably why Gummy Bear is like just to relax and not to, she's probably feeling some anxiety around. She's her name is Cindy, a German Shepherd mix.
The dog is the one that she says needs to chill.
Oh,
yeah. So these
no
siblings, this has been a familial situation where we were together and then obviously someone, you know, has to pass on, and then we were together and then someone passes on, and here's this dog and that dog needs to chill. I'm totally chill. Everybody else go chill. Let's all chill is what I'm getting from her, Julie.
Yeah, but and also the chill message is also for both of you, particularly Bonnie, not worrying so much, like relaxing, allowing is what I'm hearing her say. She says, to answer your question, she feels absolutely fine outside of regular aches and pains. And she actually says that every now and then, if a warmed, like a heating mat, I think you can get heating mats for cats. She would appreciate that from time to time when the temperature dips a little bit, that would be really helpful. But that chill aspect, well, and also, so she's saying she's trying to model how to relax for both of you. And also because when you both relax, the dog can relax. Because there's this whole, it's like, both of your energies can start to swirl, and then the dog really kind of goes at it, and then Gummy Bear's just like, all right, come on, people, time out, kind of a thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I like the heating. Go ahead.
Trying to decide whether our dog, I could send Scott a picture to put up, but I won't. Actually, Scott's met Cindy about, God, when was it? October 2022. Yeah. Anyway, we took her to Sedona, and she ended up on the floor of the back seat on the way back. And doesn't like riding in the car. We're just kind of wondering, did she have an accident or just have a lot of anxiety about riding in a car? Or
she freaks out. She really freaks out.
But she's got to know where we're going.
Low down feels good.
Yeah.
And protected but not confined feels good.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing a picture that Gummy Bear is showing me of very simple comforts. A laundry basket with towels fresh out of the dryer. A simple throw over the sofa. Anything that can be comforting, and it feels warm to me.
Yeah. And supportive.
Give that a shot.
Yeah. Gummy Bear has been diagnosed with high thyroid, so we're giving her medication for that, and
an
also
abscess tooth.
And an abscess tooth. We're giving that until that's healed. But so anyway,
yeah. Does that answer your questions?
I think so.
She's been crying a lot, but I think it's just mainly pain and trying to get enough nutrition past her the pain of her jaw. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. She's reiterating the please don't worry. Please don't worry. Like meditation would be good too with her as well. Would also help too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll set
Thank
up
you.
a warm bed for her too. Okay, great.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Bonnie and Roger. We'll bring Karen back up. And before we go into the next one, I want to talk about the other really exciting thing that you're doing, which is your animal communication podcast. Now, obviously, we're winding down. We're almost done with the show. We're going to hear from a couple more people. But they've got a wonderful ongoing animal communication podcast called We Talk to Animals. And it's with these three wonderful women, Julie, Karen, and Meredith. So tell us a little bit about it. And I'm going to go to the website for people to look at it as you chat.
Yeah. So this started, we actually just had our second episode launch on Monday, but we've got several already in the queue ready to go. They come out every Monday, and you can get them on your favorite podcast platform. It is through the mindbodyspirit.fm network, which is Diane Ray, who was from Hay House Media. And we do about a half an hour and talk about animal communication. It's our mission to make animal communication a thing, to make it a normal thing where people are talking to their animals and understanding what's all going on. You know, Meredith is a certified animal or dog behaviorist, and Karen, of course, has the health aspect, and I get into the spirituality and whatnot of it all. And so the three of us just have these fun conversations about animal communication and the lessons we've learned from them, what they're trying to say to everybody else. So I don't know, Meredith or Karen, if you want to jump in or say anything else.
I would just add that as we go along in our podcast, in our episodes, we will be having some guest speakers on to talk from their perspective about animal communication in a variety of different ways. And we'll be doing a reading for each of our guests at the end of that podcast. So it'll be kind of fun to be able to watch them listen to them have the experience with their own animals as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my 2 cents worth is that when we had this opportunity come up and we started talking about, oh my God, what would we say? What would we do in an animal communication podcast? The three of us, just in our regular conversations, realized there are so many different ways that animal communication appears in our daily lives, in so many different ways and so many different factors, and how much it's influenced all of us in the way we truly live our lives. So sometimes it's a half hour of us sitting around having a conversation about those types of experiences. It'll be fun.
Beautiful. We've got a question for you. And the question is from Kiki, who you met earlier tonight. And the question is this. She says, this is a great show. Thank you. And it's so grateful to have these awesome ladies for sharing their gifts with us. I've taken a few animal communication courses, wanted to know if your organization offers classes, or do you have recommendations?
Our organizations do not offer classes. However, we all studied together, and that's how we met. We studied through Danielle McKinnon, and that's someone that we would absolutely recommend. I also studied with the Lightfoot Way, which is based in Texas and Montana, and that's run by two women. So either organization is fantastic. The soul level, where we understand how the animals come alongside us, that's Danielle McKinnon's way, and that's really what we have all fallen in love with, because we just love how it changes people's lives for the better. So
okay, beautiful. Dr. Laura, your picture isn't coming through, so you're going to need to try and find another way of sending me the photo of Donna. And while we're waiting for you to do that, I'm going to actually bring up.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, how to put the picture in a different way.
That's okay. We don't have to have a picture.
Okay. So Dr. Laura, she doesn't have a camera on, so we're just going to let you go ahead and share then audibly.
Okay, great, excellent. Thank you, ladies. You are really, really fabulous. I have learned so much already. So my dog, Donna, is 15 years old. She is a half beagle and half coon dog. And she is getting so finicky with her food. She'll gobble it up at night. And then if I vary it, because I know that she wants variation. Okay. And, but if I put the same thing down the next day, the next morning, she'll stick up her nose and, you know, just sit there looking at me. She's really, really, really becoming finicky. What can I do about this?
All right. Well, let's check in with Donna, the dog, and see what she wants us to know about her digestion and her diet, the way that she's eating at 15 years old, because it does change as they get older. So let's just let Donna share, just reveal a little bit about herself. So when I am tuned into Donna, when she comes into me, she actually is, I don't know why I'm seeing this movie, but the Best Marigold Hotel, where the senior citizens all kind of like end up living at the hotel, and Dev Patel or whatever his name is like the one who's running the hotel, but they all decide they're going to do it their way. And there's one female character, older woman in that movie, where she's kind of like doing it her way, like, and they're all like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing it my way." And a little bit that's Donna's presenting herself this way to me at her age and her seniority. Sometimes she just likes to do it her way. And I'm going to ask her specifically about, I'm going to track her digestion in a minute, but Meredith, what are you getting about her personality at this part of her life?
I kind of love the home setting there, but it feels very very proper and sort of a little bit fancy, you know, overlooking a lake, et cetera. They have cocktails in the evenings, whatever. It feels like a sort of an upscale home where she is. She's also showing me that her teeth in the back are a little bit sore, but she doesn't want anyone to know that. It's like I'll tell you exactly what she's showing me. She's showing me that there are certain foods that she loves that include popcorn and caramel, but she has dentures and she's nervous to eat those because she doesn't want everyone to know that she has dentures. There's a little bit of an appearance of a maintaining a level of appearance here that she's trying to uphold, is what she's showing me.
Okay, that could be, yeah. I'll look.
Actually,
sure.
and as you say that, I'm feeling in my lower gum, in the gums, there's like a texturiness, and in the middle to the back, there's something going on there. But when I ask her if I can like just scan her digestion, I feel like in the morning sometimes, so what she's showing me, Dr. Laura, is in the morning when she wakes up, her gut seems a little bit acidic. I'm not sure what kind of a doctor you are, but if in the medicine world, like when your gut's a little, when your stomach wakes up and you're a little acidic, sometimes it's hard to eat the stuff that you would normally eat. You need something that's a little more soothing for your stomach, and you kind of want to move the body a little bit before you take in too much food.
Got it. I'm a physician. Yes.
Okay.
I got it.
And there's something about brothiness. So do you ever give her bone broth?
Once in a while, but not every single day, but I have done it. So more brothy in the morning.
To me, what it's feeling like to me is something that's a little easier to digest in the morning that smells good for her. So warming the bone broth so it actually smells really good, and mixing something into it that's softer for her to just kind of slowly lap it up the way that she wants would be beneficial. But no, as a dog, no onions because they're toxic for dogs. But just a kind of and maybe a little bit of a. It's interesting. She's showing me like maybe a little bit of a pumpkin puree in there too.
Someone actually just posted that in the chat. But yeah, as you were talking, Karen, I was like, oh, I feel like I need to take a Prilosec. It's like pouring coffee on top of spaghetti sauce. Those were the feelings I was getting. And you know, oatmeal or something like that would feel better going down. Something warm and cozy and soothing and hearty. I like the pumpkin idea. But yeah, I agree with you on the acidic thing, Karen. And also this like my jaws, the back of my jaws kind of hurt a little bit. Like, I don't
Okay,
want to
well,
eat anything that requires a whole lot of effort, a whole lot of chewing. I want to slurp something up that feels good going down.
okay. Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much. Really, really appreciate it. We'll follow up.
welcome. Okay,
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
welcome.
Great. How are you ladies doing? You got a little more energy left?
Maybe one more.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do, how many are left? How many people are left in the queue?
I think you had one more. Yeah.
We've got one more, and then Liz Connor has I'd love to bring Liz up. She's
Okay.
one of our regulars. So can you
Okay.
do two more? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's Liz right now. I think she's
Okay.
maybe reaching for her cat. She was there a moment ago. There
Oh,
she
yeah.
Okay. Oh,
You'd be
oh, he
good.
looks like my Morris who's passed. Hi, handsome.
We need you to unmute Liz. There you go.
So this is Benedict. Benny, for sure. He's a big boy, and he is great. But so the two questions I had, my other cat Izzy, she's across the room. It'd be hard to get two cats with only two arms. But Izzy, so the thing with Izzy is I'm trying to manifest the version of her that only scratches on the scratching post. But she's been scratching on the chairs, and I think that it's right? She's trying, this is what I think. I think she's trying to get me off the couch and wants me to be up playing with her, but like sometimes we can't just play with our cats for 4 hours. So that's the one question I had. And then the other question is, this guy doesn't seem to want to leave my side lately. And I have some potential travel coming up, and they don't tend to seem like they do well traveling with me. And, but I may have to like leave my apartment for a while. And so figuring out what their highest good is.
Okay. Let's see, how do we do this, Julie?
How about you take Izzy?
All right. And you
That's
take
how it feels
Benny.
to me. And I'll take Benedict, like that time we did.
Okay.
For Moondog Farm, the 2 guinea pigs.
Okay.
That's how it's feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll
So
go.
cool, by the way. Cool.
All right, Izzy, you're mine.
Izzy,
right.
do you hear that?
I love kitties. I'm a kitty person. All right. Well, let me just hone in with Izzy while you're talking to Benny.
Yeah. Well, so for me, when you said Benedict, I immediately thought of Benedict Cumberbatch, my favorite, one of my favorite actors. And I just hear from Benny. He does want me to call him Benny. Do you call him Benny too? Okay, good. All right. He says he just is. I just feel like Velcro is the word he's wanting me to use, and you described it a little bit. But I actually feel a little overwhelmed. I feel like I personally feel like he's just like right here on my chest, and like I don't feel like I can actually breathe or move because he just wants to be like right here in all the best ways. So I'm going to ask him a little bit more about why and see if Karen's gotten anything in Izzy on the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I feel like I'm getting all the animals tonight that are really their own people, if you know what I'm saying. If they were people. Their own personalities, like strong personalities. I get the feel Izzy is a very strong personality. And when I ask her, like, can you stick with the scratching post? She's like, you know what? Figure it out. She's almost like being a little like, no, have her figure it out. So
she's sassy.
Yeah, she's very sassy, but she's very funny. Now, okay, she's showing me the side of a couch that she really likes. And she's like, figure it out. I like the angle of this. And then and she's showing me like her arms can get wider here as opposed to this. And so she's saying, figure it out so that I can do this. So if that's the case, maybe you get one of those hangover things for the side of the couch that has the carpet on it. That's like the width of the couch. And instead of saying, don't scratch my couch, say, if you're going to scratch here, scratch this in front of the couch.
That's helpful.
Right? So she's kind of saying, no, like, watch me and figure it out. Don't tell me what to do.
That sounds like her.
And the lesson, really the lesson in it for you is like, she is trying to get you to like be a little like use some creative thinking, but also for yourself. So the way that she's making you creatively think for her, she wants you to think about your own situations where you feel stuck in a certain way, so that you can say, wait, I can think about this differently if I want. That's kind of the message in this for you.
Huge.
Yeah?
Huge.
Makes sense? Okay.
Wait, who are we channeling for now?
Well, I see that's the
right
soul
on
level
board.
with the cat. That's the
Yeah.
animals and soul level essence.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting, Karen, is that that little soul level lesson from Izzy, because Benny's got one too, which is why he's having this like clingy and needed to be. So he after I was talking with him as Karen was talking with Izzy, and he had me write down how sensitive he is. He's just like, I just need to be like told all the time that I'm good enough and I'm beautiful enough and that I just need some reassurance. And I said, okay, well, what does mom need to know about that? And he said, she needs to realize that she doesn't need to be reassured to do exactly what it is that she wants. So even though, so he's showing you when he says he needs reassurance, he's actually trying to tell you, you don't need the reassurance.
Interesting.
So he's using that behavior as a way to kind of mirror it, if you will, like you feeling, oh, I need to be reassured. And when Karen said the thing about being creative, it has to do around whatever it is you're trying to express in the world. He's just like, you don't just darn it, step forward. You can do it. Don't have to have anybody reassure you that you're saying the right thing, because we need your voice is what I hear him say. Does that make sense?
That is so spot on. I mean, that is the message that I keep hearing from Source, like for months. So that is funny that it's coming from my cat too. That is so priceless. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. We're all connected. Yep.
Here we go.
Thank you.
All right, we're in the home stretch. This is Tarina Joy, who we love very much. She's a regular. She's down in Ecuador, and she's got a very poor internet connection. So I am reading her quick message to you. This is a picture of her and trio living happily together on a mountaintop in Ecuador. Wolf dog Omni, macho cat Dia, and lucky me, Tarina. Very special bond between all of them. Wondering if either have soul messages for Darina through any of you.
Was that a cat named Dia?
Again, let me go back and see. I just closed it. The cat's name is Dio. Cat Macho Dio, D-I-O, and the wolf dog is Omni.
Omni. Okay.
Omni and Dio, and our gal is Darina.
Should we each just take one each around?
Yep.
Okay. To close this whole thing for the evening? All right.
Yeah.
So Omni, that dog, I said, I see the stars. I see the everything. Look at that eye. It's like omnipotent, all knowing. There's something very, very wise about this dog, but also very connected to God's spirit universe, whatever that may mean to anyone out there. He is seeing something.
Mm-hmm. And so Omni for me, so I have a dog right now that has one blue eye and one brown eye. So the blue eye is totally pulling me in. And Omni just wants to say to mom, it's very similar to Liz in that you have a lot to say because Scott, you said you read about Wolf Dog, and I immediately got this. You have a lot to say. You need to speak your truth and you need to howl it as loud as you possibly can. And that's also to some degree, like even then that picture, how his head's up a little bit with a smile on your face so that more people hear you. So I hope that makes sense.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, ladies, for just what a delightful, delightful evening. And I'm going to put their bios and how to reach each of them in the chat box one more time while Omashar is blessing us with the closing song. Hopefully you've seen in the chat box how many people are really just delighting in this. And thank you for the wonderful work. And can we do this again sometime?
We'd
Yes,
love to.
we'd love to.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Mhm.
That's, this would be a great thing to do on a regular basis, like every 6 months or something. Would be really, really.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
I know that there's people that came in late that we aren't going to get to tonight. And Serena Joy, who you just read for, said, "Thank you so much. This was really special and precious." So there you go. Any final thoughts that any of you would like to share?
Just so happy to have been here this evening and work with all of you and share the messages from the animals. You know, as we talked before, it is all about unconditional love and support and these lessons that they're here to teach us. So thanks for letting us share them with you.
Oh, beautiful. Well, God's blessings to you. You're doing wonderful, wonderful work. And I have a feeling you're going to get a lot of connection from some of the people that are here tonight. So thank you very, very much. And we are going to close as we always do. I call Omashar the Alpha and Omega man because all things begin and end with Omashar.
We are gathered in this nation, raising frequency, raising vibration. Hearts are open, hands together, loving each other, sisters and brothers. What we are is light in form, and light in form will lift us all. So don't give up on walking tall. The time is now, so heed the call and wake up to the light of this new day. Because we are the heart of our world, the light in our world. We are the joy in our world, the love in our world. Showing our colors, Rainbow Nation, higher frequency, higher vibration. Minds are open, love is flowing, lifting each other. Yes, we are growing. What we are is light in form, and light in form will lift us all. So don't give up on walking tall. The time is now, so heed the call and wake up to the light of this new day. We are the heart of our world, the light in our world. We are the joy in our world, the love in our world. Hearts are open, hands together, loving each other, sisters and brothers.
Gallery review, everybody. That's Twinkle Omoshar. We love this man so much. Big twinkles from Omoshar. Big twinkles.
Today it's Balloonishar.
Balloonishar. I love that. Hey, you know, Omoshar, one of the things that was pointed out by Charlotte is that Friday is band camp. 100% proceeds go to the Artist Day.
Isn't that an amazing thing that they do? And I forget it every month. So Charlotte, thank you.
So Friday is the day to buy our albums for Omoshar. This
And if
Friday.
you already have them, buy 10 for your family.
That's right. Start Christmas shopping now.
Yes, thank you so much. And beautiful animal whisperers, I have loved your presence because it's beyond the form that we see of each other, and I can feel the soul messages come through, and it's just been a beautiful evening. Thank you.
Yeah, really wonderful show. I'm very serious. I definitely want to make this a regular. Like we have authors that we love every couple of months. We have regulars. This is definitely something to do a couple times a year. Just fabulous. And I want to let everybody know about what's coming up on Saturday night. We are launching a month of love. Our shows throughout February are going to primarily be different themes of love, and we're starting it off with the Dreamers. Pepper Dellums is going to be back with us. She's doing better. And we've got music with Caressa, a soundscape with Dr. Ivy Hilton. We're going to meet some new friends, see some older friends. Of course, Omoshar will be with us. And we'll conclude with a KES group healing. And Dr. Gibson, who's joining us, is quite a well-known author and teacher. So we're blessed to have her joining us. So that's Saturday night. And then, of course, as we already talked about before, but one more reminder, please, let's all join each other for Mary Ann Williamson on this Sunday night. I'm really excited to be interviewing her. Reverend Michael Beckwith is going to drop in. We've got some other special surprises. So please join us Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And then we've got a whole month full of wonderful shows planned. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us. Going to go to gallery review one more time for everybody to wave goodbye. And thank you, everybody watching on Facebook. Thank you, everybody watching the replay and the recording. Even those extraterrestrials watching this many decades or light years from now to figure out what was going on planet Earth as the awakening world was taking place. So whomever is watching, whenever, we love you. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon.